What? Sweaty Betties. So, for those of you that have a 2006 GSXR 1000, if your bike starts up and cuts off again, it's probably because of that tilt sensor right there. And if you're a bell end, you will take it out and put it in the wrong way round, so your bike thinks it's on its head and tells the fuel pump to turn off. You have all of us fucking about for the whole day. Yeah. Yeah, we've left him some nice voicemails. But yeah. So that was a bitch of a job. That's what a Gixxer looks like in pieces. And I'm going off to bike night. Oh, the thing that made that job such a fucking confusing one was the fact that we've also ripped an alarm off the bike. I'm talking to myself, not you lot. See you later, lads. So, by taking the alarm, which has a built-in immobiliser, off, obviously that raises all the questions of is there something unplugged that shouldn't be? Is there this? Is there that? Is there everything else? You know, so... But eventually, the way we traced that back was running a multimeter onto the signal line for the fuel pump. When we did that, oh, this is going to be a fun job. Once we run the signal, once we got a multimeter on the signal line, we could see that it sent its initial sort of 25 read, it sent its initial input to like prime the bike when it first starts on. Every time it starts up, it will prime some fuel in for you, fill the rail up, and then after that it was going to 0, which means the bike was obviously cutting out. So at that point we then knew that the fuel pump was working because it's sending fuel when it primes. And then on top of that, then it was a case of figuring out why the ECU could, you know, we knew the ECU could send a signal for the fuel pump to run, and then we knew it was cutting off. So it could have been that, it turns out that it was actually because the bike thought it was on its head, but it could have been that it didn't have some data it needed to send the right amount of fuel. It could have been it didn't know the bike was running, you know. So one of those checks was, of course, after we actually googled it and saw that someone was having a problem with their bike cutting out because the tilt center was getting stuck, or wasn't, or it tilted or changed or something. Now where am I heading to? Bagshot, not Bagshot, Blackwater. So I need to head, yeah, oh, I know where I'm going. So yeah, long story short, well, not so short now, I've been babbling on for 10 minutes. But once we figured out it was the tilt centre, we literally took the tilt centre out and tried it in different, you know, sort of trying it this way around, that way around, and then the bike started up and stayed started. So we put the tilt centre back in that way, tilted it on its side again to make sure it knew and that it wasn't getting stuck like they do sometimes, and there you go, bike fixed. They'll put it back together, happy days. So yeah, lots of fun, waste of a day, but saved £100 worth of bill from a garage, so good stuff. So that's all from me, guys. I'll see you soon.